What's up, guys? It's M here. So, I got a little rant for you guys today. So, what I want to talk about is ducking and dodging problems by using your money. You see, I personally believe if you don't have any money, you can't get away from unnecessary problems. Let's talk about why. See, when you have money, you can have your own space. When you have your own money, you can buy things that can get you from point A to point B, which is a car, right? So you can have your own space, your own money, your own car that can isolate you from other people's problems, right? Because there's always going to be an issue in our world. There's always going to be a situation with a friend or family of yours that you're like, you know what? I don't want to be here right now. I would rather be somewhere else. And so, with that being said, I want to stress upon you guys to work your job, work your 9 to 5, save that money, invest that money. And the reason why you should save first, saving first allows you to build an emergency account. That emergency account can block you from any issues that you may have. And at minimum, I would say that you need at least $1,000 in that account. A minimum. What will be optimal is 2 to 5,000 in that account. Again, why you want more protection. That brings me on to the second point of investing, right? When you invest your money is just working for you. That's what that's doing. It's working for you in the background. So when you go to work, your 9 to 5 that you probably like or probably don't like, whichever one comes first, you put it in there, it works for you. So your money's working for you, creating you more money. Why? So you could do the things that you want, but again, to add protection. And I think we got the idea of money wrong in our society. Everybody thinks about money for consuming. I think you should get money for more protection. And more protection from what? The hard world we have to work in. Things suck right now in our economy. So imagine if you had enough money to insulate you from the hardships of the economy. And I'm not talking about you have to be a millionaire, billionaire, but have a couple thousand in there, and you own your condo, your property, and you driving your car that you've been driving for like 10 plus years. That's where it's at, man. That's the dream right there. Protecting you from any issues, and you can still do the things you like to do and a bit more. But that all comes from building something to insulate you. I think if we did everything the opposite way, rather than being consumers, having money to protect us. So owning assets to protect you. Not because you want to use those assets to buy more things, because we can see that's counterintuitive. Every time you buy more stuff, it always becomes an issue later on. But you just have the right amount of stuff that does specific duties, and you have one or two more of that. Great. Let's talk about one or two more of something. So if you have one or two cars, right? And let's say you have two different types of cars. You have an electric car, you have a gas-powered car, right? Electric car doesn't need that much maintenance. And you just need to go to the store, go around your city. You know what I'm saying? Nothing real crazy. Around, 5 to 15 miles you're driving, right? And it's just short distances. You pay for your light. You probably have some solar panels, or maybe where you at have cheaper on you for electricity. Your gas car take you longer distances. You get to enjoy the feel of a car, where a car feels like shifting gears and stuff like that. Fantastic. You got options. Options is nice. You have your home. It's paid off for, right? That's done. got yourself maybe a little apartment that you pay for the cheap. Not in your state or something like that. Somewhere you can go. Hey, I'm gonna go hang out in Texas, right? Because you can get a cheapy apartment in Texas for like $600. If you want to do that, that'd be easy for you to do. Scratch that. Let's even go take it a little lower than that. You want a room? I want a room over here. It cost me $300. I'm gonna just rent this room out. Go over the room. Although you have your own place, it means options. You go out to, let's say you're in New York, and you go to a nice place. You got your condo, your little place that you will stay in. Let's say you live outside of New York City, which you're gonna have cheaper stuff there, and then you have something inside of New York itself, where you can hang out there. You have your little room. You know what I'm saying? You work your job in your room, and then you just leave and go to your nice house, a nice little condo or a townhome in New York, or probably even better than you can go to Florida if you have that availability. And options is necessary, but again, you need your job. You need to be having options with your skills. And I'm gonna say you should have some education, some type of trade going on, so you can pursue more careers that are gonna give you that financial capital to fund all your stuff. But most importantly, because I'm a guy, I'm talking to the guys. Guys, hold your money. Don't spend on girls who don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Spend it on yourself. If you find somebody that's interested in you, is cool with you, and you and them have that mutual understanding, great. You could do that. But in this period of time, it makes sense you double down. You invest in yourself. You stay in the shadows, and you gain yourself some more options. And so it's so crucial that you have more in your back pocket than you think you may need. Because if you don't have more, you never know, right? And so, again, the whole point of all of this is you want protection. Protection comes only from having options. Having options only comes from having some type of abundance of cash. And the only way you can get abundance of cash if you have something funding you and your expenses are low. So have your job. Keep your expenses low. Gain options. Start with money. Building an emergency account. Building an investment account. Find yourself in positions where you can own property, some real estate at a cheap, let's say cheap, affordable price in a decent area that you can be proud of. Have a secondary place, whether that's you renting it or you buying it and renting it out to somebody else. Maybe getting a room that you can go chill out if you want to travel, do something. I think those things are so necessary for you as a guy. Have options. Protect yourself. Give yourself the happiness, but you gotta learn. You gotta do this by yourself. This thing that we call life, you're gonna do it by yourself. And yes, you may do it with people. And I'm not even really gonna talk about that, because I don't have that type of experience. But I know having options by yourself as a single guy is even more important, because you know how to handle yourself in situations. Because what if you get with somebody and they don't know how to do that? That's a burden on you. Now you got to think for two. I'm going to be honest with you, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially how girls are moving today. They're talking about, oh yeah, you got to do this. Listen, nobody got time for that. too much energy and resources being burned helping you get on your feet. Guys, don't do this. Don't do this. I've seen plenty of my homies get burned doing things for chicks that they don't need to do anything for. And they squandered their financial capability. They squandered their time. They didn't use their 20s right. They didn't get any education. Some of them didn't even get a skill or trade in something. But then I got a bunch of other guys who did do that. And they got more out of it. Sure, it took time. It took them time to build money and stuff like that. But then we have another problem. Environment. You gotta be in an environment that you can afford things, that it gives you the ability of purchasing stuff. Where I'm from, which is California, it doesn't give you that ability. You can make as much money as you want. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to purchase property, or, I'll just press property because you can purchase assets, but mainly property. You have a better chance of doing it in Texas, Florida, anywhere other than the East Coast and the West Coast. You have a better chance of purchasing property. Why? Because they don't have these crazy rules that we have out here in California. So I would say everybody who's in those states who are not living on the coastal sides, on the East and the West Coast, take full advantage of that, man. Save your money. Build your investments. Get good at your job. Build something. And protect yourself. That's the most important thing right there. Protect yourself. Because if you don't protect yourself, right, somebody can come in and take all the things that you work for and you took you so long to build. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. Let me know what you think about this one. Peace.